Guys, today we'll complete our distributed gateway deployment. Along with that, we'll also complete our entire configuration. So today's task is lab setup, entire lab setup. Okay. So let's complete entire lab setup today. I'll take a RDP access. Checkpoint lab we created yesterday. Abhishek tested. Uh, our 81.10 is working fine. Okay. You guys were absent yesterday. Okay. Go through videos. Anyways, it's almost same, only how to upload image, which images we are uploading, those things we had done yesterday. So gone through. Okay, done. It's good. Guys, here both the devices will not start at a time. I'll stop one of the device, one SMS I have started here. And other devices we have started. On this server, it works very fine. Okay, because we have sufficient RAM and CPUs. Okay. Let's complete few practicals this week. After that, start taking lab access. I'll give you lab access to same server. I'll create a separate pod for you and start using it. Now holiday is over, everything is over. Be serious to your classes. Default username admin, password admin 123. Okay, got the access. Here name is SMS given. I guess you changed it, right? SMS. I'll check the IP. So interface ETH0 is the interface that I have connected with. You can check here. It's ETH0 connected here. This management cloud will help me to connect with my base PC. In EVNG, meaning of this management cloud is it will directly interact with your adapter through which you are connected. Okay. So here I can see what IP has been configured here 105.254. And right now, only Gaia has been installed. By default, the devices that you'll use on EVNG will have Gaia operating system. Till Gaia only it is installed. See, first of all, understand, then you guys write. When you install a Gaia, that time ping will work with both the devices. Right now, how many Gaia operating system we need? Two on Checkpoint and SMS. Right now, when Gaia has been installed, that time it is neither a SMS, neither it is firewall. Till Gaia, ping will work. So write it down. Till Gaia installation. After Gaia installation, ping works and HTTPS works. Ping and HTTPS. Two services will work after Gaia install. After Gaia, right? Ping and SS, ping and HTTPS services works. After Gaia, ping and HTTPS services works. So I'll try to ping from my base PC and check. In my base PC, I already have an IP from 105 subnet. You see 105. I have .5 IP inside my PC. So from here, I'll try to ping 105.0.0.254. This IP has been configured here, and I'm getting a reply. And what is my TTL value? 64. Why 64? Because it's a Linux based operating system, and Linux will always give you TTL value as a 64. So this is first proof that you are getting reply from correct device. In my PC, I have configured IP as a .5. Here the server has .254. From same subnet, I have .5 IP in my PC. That's why PC and SMS are able to communicate with each other. Till this point clear, guys? Not clear? Let me show you. ncpa.cpl. This is my adapter. In this adapter, you see I have one IP, 105.0.0.5 IP. That's why I'm able to ping the IP address of SMS. And how did I configure? What's a command to configure IP address through CLI? What's a command? Set interface, and whichever interface you want to configure it through CLI. Give that interface number 8182 IPv4 address and give the IP length mask 24. Like this, you have to give. This is the command to configure IP. So yesterday I had configured IP with the same command, and I can see, yes, I have a reachability. Oh, sorry, this is my base PC. I'll go to RDP PC. From RDP PC, I'm able to ping SMS. Right now, it's not SMS, it's only Gaia. Guys, till this point, am I clear to all of you? Now, yesterday, what was a problem? Yesterday, which version we had used? R81.20. And this was having pre-installed firewall application. So we reduced it to R81.10. And this has only Gaia installed. So here I'll go for https://105.0.0.254, and you see HTTPS is working. Proceed here. I log in here, admin password, admin 123. Okay. Now, in yesterday's task, when I did a HTTPS, and today's task, when I'm doing a HTTPS, what's the difference? How did we understand nothing is installed? Because this is showing you first time configuration wizard. Yesterday, it wasn't showing first time configuration wizard. It was directly displaying, or directly we got a device where we could see gateway was written. Gateway means firewall was installed. So this is how we understand. Note down, if you see platform as an open server means virtual firewall. In checkpoint terminology, we call open server as a virtual firewall. Done? In case of hardware, it will show a hardware number there. Say next. It says continue with R81.10 configuration. Next. It says ETH1 interface Do you want to configure manual IP? It shows this is the manual IP configured. If you want to define gateway, you can define it here itself. IPv6 configuration is off. Next. Do you want to configure ETH1? IPv configure off, IPv6 off. It means we are not configuring right now. Say next. What name you want to give? SMS. Okay, let it be SMS. Any DNS and all you want to configure, you can do it from here itself. Currently not required. Which time zone we are in? We are in IST time zone, right? Kolkata IST time zone. We'll go with plus 530. These are minus, 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 plus, plus. Plus 530. Kolkata Asia. Say next. We'll go with security gateway. And here we distribute. What are we going with? SMS. So I'll uncheck security gateway. Security gateway is firewall. SMS is security management. And say, when you guys will go with SMS redundancy, the concept will be primary and secondary. If you go with your firewall, then you'll have cluster access. Okay. So currently we are not going with this. Same next. And here it says use Gaia administrator as a admin. If you want to define a new administrator account, you can define it from here, or right now let's go straight next. Access management interface IP with any IP, or you want to get access only with this IP .5. Currently let's go with any. Next. Finish. Yes. SMS started.
So, in case of SMS, HA.
Correct. In case of SMS, we'll call it as a HA. In case of firewall, we'll call it as a cluster XL. See, name, that is also HA only, but terminology is different. We call it as a cluster XL. In case of firewall, when you do a redundancy, right? Like active standby, active, we call it as a cluster XL. I started a firewall image here. Let it boot. Right now, this firewall, we are calling it as a firewall, but technically it is only having Gaia operating system. It is not having any firewall firewall application installed on top of that. Devices are also starting very fast. Everything looks good. Admin 1, 2, 3. In Checkpoint Firewall, a little bit you have to give time to start all these services. When application will get installed, right? After that, not right now. Here I'll say so interface ETH0. What IP has been configured here? Abhishek has configured here 105.0.0.253. Use same CLI command to configure. Now from here, you can ping 105.0.0.254 and see whether you are able to ping or not. Yes, I'm able to ping. So between SMS and firewall management interface, we have a reachability. And here you have to ensure you are connected with ETH0 only. Can you see here ETH0 connected with the management cloud? Here management cloud will have two features, two things. Here management cloud will act like L2 connector. And also it will help you to connect with your physical adapter. Are you getting my point, what I'm saying?
Like this physical PC.
Instead of switch, I took management cloud, and this is working as a L2 device, non-configurable L2 device. You can't configure it anything. Okay. You can say L1 device also, like it is just like a bridging device. Okay. That makes a connectivity between these two interfaces. Plus, this management cloud will help you to connect your EVNG devices with your PC. This is my PC, right? From this PC, I'm able to ping, you see, from this PC, from this PC, I'm able to ping SMS and I'm able to ping firewall. Both are reachable, 253. So how is this PC able to connect to the devices on EVNG? With the help of management cloud. How do I take management cloud? I believe you guys are aware of it. Right click in a free space, go to network. Inside a network, bridge type is management cloud, and write any name here. Like I wrote a name here as a management. Similarly, you can write internet, anything, whatever you want. Guys, am I clear with what is management cloud? Okay, instead of taking a switch, I took a management cloud, and this management cloud will not utilize any RAM or CPU. Okay. So checkpoint firewall and SMS both are having reachability connected via management cloud. Now let me browse Gaia operating system https://105.253. How many Gaia operating systems we are having right now? 2. So at Gaia label, 2 services are enabled, HTTPS and ping. So I was able to ping, I'm able to take HTTPS access, admin 123. Later, how can you change the username, password, and all? I'll teach you later. Right now, understand this. Again, I'm getting this first time configuration wizard. That means nothing has been configured here. Next, next, let it be same IP. Next, ETH1 I want configured. Name, let it be CP1, checkpoint 1. Next, here again, I'll choose time zone. Time zones are very important, guys. Because if you want to see logs, right, you have to ensure both firewall and SMS are with same time zone. Next, next. Here I'll uncheck security management. Here it will be security gateway. Next. Now, here is something called as a, does this gateway have dynamic IP assigned? No. Okay, so we have a static IP. It is asking for SIC key. Okay, SIC. Write it down, guys. SIC. SIC stands for Secure Internal Communication Key. Secure Internal Communication Key. Okay, this is also called as OTP, one-time password. And SIC key is required only in distributed mode. Okay, it is required in distributed mode. Why? Because here firewall and management are different. They are in a different devices. So when you integrate, you need a OTP, like one time. You can't use same key. I mean, you can't use same key for multiple times, only one time. That's why we call it also as a OTP. You understood what is SIC? secure internal communication key. It is like OTP. You can use it only one time while integrating with SMS. In which deployment mode? Distributed deployment mode. Okay. I'll give SIC as a capital A, small b at the rate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Capital A, small b at the rate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very important to remember. So I have used SIC key as a capital A, small b at the rate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very important. If you miss this, if you forget this SIC, where will be the problem? While integrating your SMS with firewall with SMS. And you can't use it multiple times. One time means one time. Okay. The other option to recover is nothing. You have to reinstall. Okay. So here, next, say yes. On this firewall, how many interfaces you have taken? 4 interfaces. Okay. 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3. There are multiple things which are different from other firewalls on Checkpoint firewall. Slowly, I'll make you understand. Let this installations complete. After application installation on Gaia, you guys can write it down. After Gaia, after SMS installation on top of Gaia, after SMS installation on top of Gaia, 3 services will work. Ping, SSH, and HTTPS. 3 services. Okay. But on firewall, on top of after Gaia installation, on top of Gaia, if we install firewall, only 2 services will be available. Only 2 services. By default, in a firewall application, only 2 services will be enabled. What are those 2 services? No, SSH and HTTPS. Ping will not be available. In a firewall, only 2 services will be available after firewall installation. Okay. And in a SMS, 3 services will be available. Guys, little confusing, but understand.
Can you please repeat that
Yeah,
SMS?
yeah, I'm repeating.
Yeah,
First,
after.
understand. Till Gaia installation, 2 services are available. Till Gaia.
Yeah, correct.
See, either the machine that you have taken here to use for a firewall or for a SMS. Till first phase, it is only Gaia. So till Gaia, ping and HTTPS will work.
Correct.
After SMS installation, on SMS, 3 things will work: ping, SSH, and HTTPS. But on a firewall, only 2 services will work: HTTPS and SSH. Ping will not work. Clear? These installations are happening right now. We have to wait. Guys, did you understand what I told? If you understood, let me ask you a question. How many phases of installation are there? Two phases of installations are there. In first phase, what we install? Gaia. In EVNG devices, till Gaia, it is already installed. So till Gaia, what services will work? Ping and SSH will work. Okay. Sorry. Ping and HTTPS will work. Okay, good. After SMS installation, what services will work? Ping, SSH, and HTTPS. And after firewall installation, SSH and HTTPS only will work. Okay, perfect. See, these informations are very important. Why? Because if you are not aware of what happens after the firewall installation, you'll keep pinging, right? And it will not ping. What you'll think? You don't have connectivity. Yesterday it happened, right? Yesterday I tried pinging, it wasn't pinging. When I did HTTPS, it got access, right? See, right now, this checkpoint firewall has rebooted. Let it come now. Let it come up. SMS also coming up. SMS full installation hasn't completed, I guess. No, it is still completing. It's a rebooting. Firewall is rebooting. Let it come up.
Yes, sir, one doubt. Can I ask?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, how in a real scenario, how the SMS and the gateway will communicate through a VPN or some other?
That depends. That
Okay.
depends. If you have kept both the devices at one location within a same subnet, they will communicate.
Okay.
Let's say most of the time, what will happen? You might have to control multiple branches. You might have a firewall in a multiple branches. It might not be in a same location. It can be in a different locations. So how do you do that? How do you communicate? Two ways are there to communicate. Either you configure public IP at management interface, that is one thing, or else what you can do, create a VPN, put another L3 device, create a VPN, and then communicate between two private IPs. Even that you can do. So depends what your company looks for. If they don't want management IP to get published in a network, then definitely VPN is only the solution. Or if you want public IP to configure at management interface, it's up to you. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so here we got access, Gaia access of firewall. I'll log in here, admin 123. So once you get a GUI access of a Gaia, how would you understand what application has been installed here?
Checkpoint security gateway. So it is firewall.
First of all, you'll see overview. Inside overview, you'll see checkpoint security gateway, which version? R81.10. That means this is firewall. Which platform? Open server. It's a virtual platform. Clear? Are we getting any option to download Smart Console? Are we getting any option here to download a Smart Console? Why?
It is available in SMS.
Because it is available with SMS. Correct answer. Can we see any blades enabled here? No. Do we have any control on these blades through Gaia? No. We have these many controls only. Whatever you see here, these are the controls that we have through Gaia. Guys, understanding little? Okay. Come to SMS. SMS is not up. What I told, after firewall installation, how many services are available? Two services. HTTPS already done. So HTTPS is working. I'll try to ping. Is ping working? No, ping is not working. So what confusion might be? You'll try to ping and you'll see it's not reachable. You'll not directly go for HTTPS. You'll think there is no connectivity. So this point was very important to understand. After firewall installation, ping is not available. If you want any services to be available, you have to avail it through policy. You have to create a policy. Okay, that we'll see later. Now, HTTPS is available and we can take PuTTY access. Through PuTTY, what we can do? SSH. So what we'll do? 105.0.0.250. Accept it. Username, admin. Password, admin123. Got the access. Now here one thing you can see, you are getting one information. In Checkpoint firewall, either SMS or a firewall. What it says, configuration lock is owned by admin. Use command lock database override to acquire the lock. It means at a time only one thing you can access. If you are accessing Gaia, CLI will be locked. If you are accessing CLI, GUI will be locked. Okay. See here, focus on this. Currently, you see this pencil option here. It means currently I'm able to manage or configure firewall interfaces through Gaia. You understood? When I'll go to CLI of the firewall, and here I'll give a command. Here I'll give a command. Which command? Go to SSH and I'll give a command lock database override. As soon as you give this command, what do you see? GUI of Gaia got locked. Understood? If you want again here, you can click on the lock and you can unlock it. Now CLI will be locked. So if you want to configure through CLI, you have to give this command again. Lock database override. You understood, guys? Take a note of this command. Note down all this.
Bro, one doubt here. If we log into the CLI, we have to configure all IP interfaces in the command line. Okay, then you log in into the HTTPS in web interface. There we have to do some other,
This
configurations.
is Linux-based device, right? In a Linux-based device, minimum CLI command we use.
Okay.
Learn how to configure management interface IP through CLI and get GUI access through HTTPS. The rest of the interface configuration you do it through GUI, not through
Okay.
CLI. Not recommended.
Thank you.
Okay. You see, SMS installation is taking little time. Now it is finalizing. Now it is done. It will restart. Let it come up. Guys, in a firewall, we have to configure 3 interfaces. Right now, we have to configure LAN, WAN, DMZ. 2 major things you have to keep in mind here. First, we configure all the interfaces. Let's configure only 2 interfaces as of now, LAN and WAN. And later you realize that I have to configure one more interface. So 2 conditions I'll show you. First, we'll configure 2 interfaces only and we'll integrate firewall with SMS. And later you realize, oh, I have to configure one more interface. So when you have to configure one more interface, then what is the process? That also you have to know. This is not a normal firewall. It's a checkpoint firewall, and here you have to understand the process. You getting my point, guys? First condition, what we'll do, we'll configure these 2 interfaces. To configure interface IP, what we have to do, we have to configure it through Gaia. Right. So Gaia has that ability to configure, not through Smart Console. On a firewall or a SMS, if I have to make changes with the IP, you have to do through Gaia, not through SMS, Smart Console. Write it down. Interface configuration has to be done through Gaia, not through Smart Console on the firewall. See, all these complications you have to understand and you have to configure. When you do practical right, all these things will be clear. But can you repeat again? In a simple word, understand, if you have to configure interfaces of any checkpoint device, you have to configure it through Gaia, not through Smart Console. So on a firewall, if I have to configure interface, I entered where? Gaia. On a Gaia, this lock option you have to see. Here I have a network management. Inside the network management, I have an interface. This is ETH1 interface. When I'm clicking on this ETH1 interface, is this edit option getting highlighted? No. Why? This is locked. Click here. Unlock it. Now do you see when I click on this, edit is getting highlighted? Click on edit. Second point, what you have to understand, this is not a zone-based firewall by default. So you are not getting any zone option. See here, do you have any option called zone here? In other firewalls, you will see zone name. Here you are not getting any zone option. Okay, so I'm writing a comment. Comment means what? Like a description. Later, I'll make it work like a LAN zone. Writing a comment here, LAN zone, does it mean it will work like a LAN zone? It does not mean it will work like a LAN or it will have a zone type of behavior. No, it won't have any zone type of behavior. I'm just writing for my reference. Later, I might make it work like a zone-based firewall. How zone-based works, that's a different thing. Later, we'll understand. Right now, focus on what we are doing. Right now, we are just doing a configuration, and this interface will act like which interface? LAN interface. Let me write name as a LAN interface. No confusion now. No zone. It is LAN interface. I'll use static IP. What is a static IP we decided? We decided 10.11.11.10. 10.11.11.10 subnet mask 24. Done. Say OK. Configured. We'll configure which interface again? ETH2. ETH2 we have configured for WAN. We'll come here. You can double click on that. Don't forget to click on this enable. That is like no shut command. So we'll give WAN interface. What IP we decided? 172.16.1.75. Guys, first of all, ping this IP. 172.16.1.75. Is it configured anywhere? Not configured, because this is the IP through which I'll get an internet access. So make sure you check a reachability. 172.16.1.75. I just checked whether my IP is available or not. Yes, it is available because I didn't get any response. Dot 0. Guys, I configured two interfaces and there is nothing to apply or anything. You see these two interfaces came up. Here, do you see status? It came up. These are two comments given here. Understood? Now, I'm almost all set to do integration between firewall and SMS. Today we'll learn how to do integration between firewall and SMS. Guys, here are you getting option to download a Smart Console? That's one way to understand this is SMS. Second thing, it is security management, open server. Okay. We already verified a reachability. Guys, from firewall SMS, from firewall to SMS, if you ping, you can ping. But from SMS to firewall, if you ping, it will not work. Why?
It won't enable response.
Because firewall does not have ping service enabled by default. But SMS has ping service enabled. So always try to check from firewall to SMS. We'll go to checkpoint firewall, log in here, CLI admin 123. While checking a connectivity, you'll try to ping from 105.0. From firewall to SMS 254. You see you're able to ping. But without knowing this stuff, if you go to SMS, log in here. Sometimes when you don't pay attention, when you don't have this knowledge, then what you do? To check a reachability between SMS and firewall, before integration, you'll check a connectivity 105.0.0.253. You'll say there is no connectivity between SMS and firewall. Right?
Can this service be enabled? Things.
Yes, it can be enabled. That I'll tell you after. You can enable services only after a Smart Console. You can do it through a Smart Console. So right now, we have to download a Smart Console, we have to install, then we have to get access to SMS, and then we have to integrate firewall. Then we'll enable services. Not before that. Is this clear, guys? Till this point, am I clear online, offline, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Practical. Too many points are there, too many conditions are there. All these conditions you'll understand only when you do practical. You guys have 24 GB RAM. How many of you have? More than 20 GB RAM? 16 GB RAM, right? You can do installation individually also. Okay, one time do installation of firewall, one time do SMS, like that. You can try. Don't connect all the devices. Those who have 16 GB, right? Don't connect PC, router, anything. Take only two checkpoint devices and do the task between them. Integration, policy, that much you guys can do. You guys don't have 16 GB? Online, who has 16 GB?
Yes, sir. I have.
16 GB.
Okay. Those who have minimum 16 GB, I request all of you guys to take SMS and firewall and do this practical.
Okay, sir.
Admin 123. Focus on two things, IP address and also on the overview, security management. Inside SMS, do I need to configure any other interface? No. Inside, I mean, in SMS, one interface is enough to interact, right? I need only one interface inside SMS. On firewall, we configured two other interfaces. Okay. So let me check. Do I have pre-installed Smart Console? Smart Console R81.10. Yes, I have. So what we'll do, I'll open this R81.10. Username, admin, password, admin 123, IP 254. Remember one thing. This SMS we started, it has been around 4 or 5 minutes, right? More than 5 minutes around. So by that time, services will get started. In your PC, if you have a less RAM or less CPU, it might take 10 minutes also to start. So don't panic. I'll try to connect here with a Smart Console. If I get this option, it means almost my server is ready to connect. Or else you'll get errors like initializing, connecting, starting servers, this type of errors you'll get. You understand that I have to give some time. I got a Smart Console. It says for a new Smart Console, I'll say later. Smart Console is ready. Is under the Smart Console, you have gateway and servers. Note down, guys. Write menus under Smart Console, gateway and servers. Under gateway and servers, you'll do integration and can see the list of devices. How many SMS server you have, how many uh, firewalls you have. That list you can see under which menu? Gateway and servers. Then we have security policies. We have logs and monitors, and you have settings. These are the four major options. Okay. Now, I'll just explore and show you. I clicked on gateway, I can see SMS IP here, right? When I click on securities, security policies, you will see different type of policies here, like translation policy, NAT policy, rules, whatever you want, you can create here. NAT policy, custom policy, VPN, you can see VPN here. Everything will be created under security policy. Logs and monitors to see logs. Manage and settings, like whatever settings you want to modify, you can change it here. Like what type of settings, we'll understand later. Blade, session, performance, all those stuff. Now I'm back to security, sorry, gateway and servers. Firewall is ready, SMS is ready. From firewall, we check the reachability to SMS. Everything is good. On firewall, I configure two IPs. I configure two interfaces. Third DMZ interface I haven't configured. With all these conditions, I'm going to integrate. Here, under which gateway and servers, under gateway and servers, you see this new option is there. Click on this new option. Here you will see option of gateway. Click on gateway. And here you'll go with wizard mode. Now, write a gateway name. What was my firewall name? CP1. What is a platform? Type O. It will show you open server. If it is any hardware model number, that will show here. Open server. Do I have a static IP? Yes. So what's a static IP? 105.0.0.253. Say next. One-time password. What was OTP? SIC, right? Secure internal communication key. Capital A, small b, @12345. Best way would be type it somewhere. Okay. And then copy and paste. That is best way you can do. This is very case sensitive part, guys. Okay, capital A, small p, @12345. This was the key, right? I'll just replace it. They haven't given option to view also. Right. And say next. See, this is now communicating with your firewall, and it says right now on a firewall, you have ETH0 with this IP, you have ETH1 with this IP, and ETH2 with this IP. It didn't show ETH3 for DMZ, right? Close, say finish. Now see here, it will take around 3-4 minutes depending on our device. It shows you checkpoint 1. Later, if you want to enable any blade, it is automatically opening this wizard. These are the blades. Do you want to enable these blades? As of now, no. Okay, let it say okay. Later, as per our requirement, we'll keep enabling the blades. So right now, only one blade is enabled by default. What is that? Firewall. Click on OK. Which blades are enabled that you can see here? This wall type of icon is a blade of firewall. Okay. That's an icon of firewall. So click here. Status has to be up. Right now, status is not showing green here. It has to come up. So wait for a time. Guys, at the top, can you see these many sessions? 11 sessions. It means that when I integrated firewall with SMS, these many processes were started. So you have to publish it. Publish is like you save under the SMS. I mean, save or not under the SMS, under the Smart Console. Smart Console is a GUI. Under the Smart Console, you have to publish it. So here, instead, see, some devices will have options like commit. Here we call it as a publish. Okay, so click on publish. And here only publish. Don't say commit. Say publish. And here it says publishing. It means it is saving the configuration inside the Smart Console. So once you publish, after that, we need to refresh. They haven't given the refresh option also here. Okay. So to refresh the page, what I do, I'll click on other option and I'll go back to gateway option and leave it now. Wait for a few seconds. That status will come up.
So one doubt, when you open Smart Console, right, default that SMS, it's visible, right? We didn't do anything, right, for SMS part?
No, I didn't do anything because a Smart Console can connect only to SMS. It can't connect firewall.
Okay. Okay, by default, when you open Smart Console, default SMS, it will come, right?
Correct. Now, can
Okay.
you see, guys? Your
Yes.
firewall status has come up. Your firewall status has now come up. And you can see here on our firewall, license is not there. CPU uses, you can see, version R81.10, operating system Gaia, and this is the IP. And what blades are enabled? Only one. This much clear? Okay, one thing. I'll close this Smart Console and I'll directly try to connect firewall for your understanding. R81.10. If you think R81.20 will connect this SMS, you're wrong. Higher, lower, that does not matter. Same version is required. Compatibility. Firewall password, SMS, firewall password, admin 123, IP address 253, click on login. Through Smart Console, I'm trying to connect directly to firewall. Will it connect? If this could be possible, then there would not be a meaning of three-tier architecture. Through Smart Console, you can't directly connect firewall. Through Smart Console, you have to connect SMS, and through SMS, what we did, we integrated firewall. Now understood? Three-tier architecture. See, here I'm unable to connect my server. That means your firewall. The same place, if I go with 254 password admin 123, connect here. I got the access. So guys, what did you understand? Is three-tier architecture clear? How is it three-tier architecture? Online guys, tell me, how is it three-tier architecture? How this is called three-tier architecture? Tell me.
Function is connected to the SMS, and then SMS is connected to the firewall. Just from firewall to Smart Console, cannot be connected. Only
Cannot be integrated. You notice one thing, guys. When I connected Smart Console, already SMS was there. Correct? If you remove this SMS and then you integrate your firewall, it won't work. Right now, also, if you remove SMS, your firewall will not work. It means through Smart Console, I connected to SMS, two devices, and again through same Smart Console, with the presence of SMS, I connected to firewall. It means via SMS, I connected to firewall. I did integration between SMS and firewall, right? So that integration happened with which application? With Smart Console, I did integration. With the Smart Console, with the help of a Smart Console, I did integration, right? Integration between whom? SMS and firewall I did. So SMS and firewall were able to integrate with each other with the help of Smart Console. So these features, integration features are done by Smart Console only. But three-tier architecture, if you have to explain three-tier architecture, definitely 99.9% this question will come in your interview. If you say, I know checkpoint firewall, they'll ask you what is three-tier architecture. Definitely. So how do you explain it? Open up. Tell me whatever you have understood. If you tell wrong, I'll correct it. Tell me.
Smart Console through the SMS. SMS will connect it to the integrated with SMS and firewall. It is connected with
First, we took a Smart Console. Smart Console, through Smart Console, we took access to SMS. And through SMS, we integrated with firewall. Like that also you can say. So integration process happens only through Smart Console, right? Simply tell it like this. Smart Console is connected with SMS and SMS is connected with firewall. This is called three-tier architecture. Okay. Either you are in a single gateway deployment or you are in a distributed gateway deployment. In all the cases, three-tier architecture will be followed.
this same Smart Console can be used to manage one more SMS. Is it possible? Because at the time of login, we can use only one ID. So
See, you're saying connecting another SMS, that won't be here. Okay. In same layer you can't do. You can create a different layer. There is something called as a layering. I'll show you. With different layer, we'll decide a different SMS and we'll decide a different firewall. Then it's possible. I'll check that. I guess, see the process. Understanding says, like here I got one SMS access, right? Through one SMS, I can manage multiple firewalls. So one SMS, multiple firewalls, not multiple SMS and multiple firewalls.
I got this doubt by seeing that concept. Like there is a concept of primary, secondary in SMS.
Hmm.
So there is primary, secondary means there is two. So two should be integrated and the same. That is
Correct. Even that is correct. We have integration. We have primary and secondary. That primary and secondary feature, I guess it will be through Gaia. Wait. That is not through Smart Console, I guess. This is SMS, admin 123. I didn't deploy redundancy for SMS. You see VRRP protocol and all will show here. You see HA is given here. So I don't think it will require smart console. Directly with the help of Gaia, I can do HA configuration between two SMS.
Sir, HA configuration done from there.
Hmm.
After that, the access will be taken from single.
So when you do HA configuration, one management interface IP will be controlling both the firewalls, right? So not an issue. Though I'll check it. Okay. As of now, this part is clear, right? Integration done. 3-tier architecture we understood. Integration is done. 3-tier architecture is configured. Now on this checkpoint firewall, I want to see what interfaces are configured. Now you want to see all the details of the firewall through Smart Console. So how do you see that? Right click here, go to edit, and here you can see general properties and you can see what services are enabled. You want to enable monitor service, click on monitor service in the sense Blade and say OK. And you see after a few seconds that service will be enabled here. It means this is the way we enable Blade. Now don't make one mistake here. There is an option of install policy, right? Don't click on this install policy. Why? Let's go to security policies here. Okay. After integration, don't directly click on install policy. Reason? When you click on these security policies, under the policy, you see there is one cleanup rule. And this cleanup rule says any source IP, any destination IP with any services, action is dropped. It means what? It means if I by mistake click on install policy, this policy will be installed on a firewall and firewall will lose all the connectivity. Firewall will lose all the connectivity of your firewall and SMS. Even the management interface connectivity, whatever we have, right? This firewall management and SMS management. Firewall will reject all the connectivities. It's like deny IP any. So be careful. What we can do, we can create one stealth rule. Stealth rule is all about management. So you see these two options here, right? Up and down, right? So click this cleanup rule and on top of that, create one stealth rule. I'll call it as a management rule. Management rule. In that management rule, I'll put a subnet. So you see this is add option. Click on this add option and here you get object creating option. You can create an object. Can you see this star type of icon? Wherever you see this star type of icon, that will give you option to create something. So click on it. Create what? Host or network? I want to create network. What is my management network? MGMT subnet. My management subnet is 105.0.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Right. And say OK. So we created one management subnet. Now two ways are there to select a destination IP. I want a management subnet to communicate as a source and as a destination. You can drag and drop also here. Okay, or else you can remove, click on this plus button, and you will see this object somewhere. You see management subnet, you can select it here. Now VPN, ignore VPN right now. Services, I want any services. So switch to any and switch to action as a accept. Yes, I want to do tracking logs because I enabled monitor, what do we call, Blade. On which firewall you want to install it. So select it, CP1 firewall, select it like this, right? For this drop any also I want to select my firewall. If you don't select it here, by default it will be applied to your firewall. If you don't select log, tracking will not happen. You won't be able to see logs. So log is very important here. Install policy here, and you see what options you get: publish and install. Two ways are there. If you say publish, it means it will save the configuration inside Smart Console. It won't push configuration to firewall. But if you say install directly, then it will publish and then it will install. Two things. Publish is done. There is no session pending here. Now I have to install. Install. Now it directly gives me option. Now see here, guys. Here it says directly it will be deployed to this firewall. Target, this is my targeted device, and say install. Now this policy is getting deployed here. Here you can see tracking. Oh, yes. Here you can see tracking. Can you see here? You can click on details and you see your interface, your policy interface, everything is now deployed to your firewall. Whatever we took inside the Smart Console, and from the Smart Console, whatever we have configured, now it is being deployed to your, whatever configurations we have done, now it is being deployed from the Smart Console to your firewall. Earlier it wasn't deployed. Let this installation complete. We created an object, we configured a rule, and we deployed this rule. Now this is done. Now you see, I said within management interface, any services should be available, right? Within management interface, any services should be available. That's what I told. So now ping the management interface of your firewall. Now it's working. Earlier it wasn't working. Now it is working. Why? I deployed a policy on a firewall saying within a management subnet communicate. Allow all these services. So this is what we are communicating. Guys, till this point clear?
Why that option is given?
Sorry,
That option is why the option is given?
which option?
That screen source.
This rule.
Yeah.
This rule they have given for security reasons, like no one should get access to any other services. For example, right now I created a rule here, stealth rule, to get access only to a management. Now anyone else, if they try to communicate to LAN interface, to WAN interface, it will not communicate. So who will be denying that? Second rule, cleanup rule will be denied. Right now I manually created a rule that is communicating for management. It's a stealth rule. So at least management control is there. This is not a zone-based firewall. This is policy-based firewall. Based on policy, what you create, it will get access. So This rule will deny any other access. This rule will deny any other access. For example, what I mean here is from LAN PC, if I try to communicate this LAN interface, it will not communicate. Who will be denying that? Cleanup rule. I'm able to communicate from my PC to firewall management interface. Why? Due to stealth rule, due to management rule. Correct. You getting my point? What is the use of cleanup rule? Cleanup rule basically avoids unnecessary traffic. Whatever traffic you want to communicate, you have to create it manually. And you have to ensure it is top of the cleanup rule, not below the cleanup rule. Because rules are given priority from top to bottom, not from bottom to top. Clear? Guys, yeah.
Cleanup rule can be deleted.
It can be, it's not an implicit rule. It can be deleted, edited, everything can be done. Now, till here, if you guys have understood, I'll request you guys to do this practical and work in a group, not individually. Individually, if you work, some points you'll miss, right? You'll forget. So work in a group. Make a group of 2, 3 guys, communicate in a group. I mean, communicate in a WhatsApp group and make your groups. Like physical guys can make their own group. Online guys can make their group via WhatsApp. Take access. Take access after. I'll tell you few timings. Please note down. Those are the timings when you can access. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And again 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. These are the timings.
Weekend classes also done. 11:52.
I'm accessing in my PC. 11 o'clock I'm doing from my PC itself. Okay, I'll stop all these devices as of now. I believe this much dose is enough for today. I'll do one thing, guys. Inside this checkpoint, I'm creating one clone, and this is for students. Got it? So whenever you guys will open, this is my lab and this is your lab. You guys will not make any changes to this lab. Okay? Please don't touch my lab. You guys will open this lab and do the same configuration what I have done. Same IP, same thing. Because at a time, any one lab will run either my lab or your lab. So there is no option to conflict IP. Now, whenever you guys will take access minimum for 3 hours. You guys will wipe out these 2 devices, wipe checkpoint, firewall, and wipe SMS. It means it is back to same state from where you started. So take a access in a group, like 3 guys, 2, 3 guys, at least make a group and decide what time to configure and complete the lab in groups. So many guys can complete in this way, right? In a weekend, This lab is totally free. Wait, in a weekend, write it down. In a weekend, 10 to 12, it will be busy. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., it will be busy. Rest all the times are free. So start practicing from today itself, all of you. Okay. Book your slots. Please text this information in a checkpoint group. Hey, this time I'll be accessing. Okay. And do your practicals. All right, guys. Okay. See you tomorrow.